Hello, ladies. How are you today? Well, I know I may have mentioned this to some ladies a long time ago, and if I'm repeating myself, forgive me. For those who have not heard this story, well, I want you to know that for YouTube, I make sure that my vlogs are never for children. If by chance you have a fear of demons, I suggest you not listen to this vlog. I suggest you pass over it, okay? Because it is an encounter that I had, and God had told me that I was in the presence of a demon. So I'm going to start this vlog first of all by letting you know I am a very, very strong believer in the Lord. You know that if you watch this vlog. But for those of you that are new, I do not have fear because of what happened in my life on my year's journey made me strong. So the places I had to go and the people that I had to see, no, I don't have a sense of fear of anything. Well, let me tell you this. I try to limit my vlogs to 10 minutes, but today I have no clue how long this one is going to be. So I will let you know with caution. Please, please turn away if you are afraid of demonic forces. Listening to stories that I would say of demonic forces. Okay. So it's been since I was in Pasadena a lot that the Lord will wake me up to prepare me for something that will come to try to harm me. Okay. So since I've been at the Union Station, I have not been awakened by the Lord, preparing me for something that He needed me to see or something He needed me to be aware of. Danger. I'll put it like that. So on this particular morning, it probably was about 2 a.m. I was looking at my journal notes to get the exact time, but the exact time didn't really. Maybe between 2 and 4. Okay. Well, anyway, it was 8 a.m. and my van was parked near a stairwell. Well, it was facing the door where the stairwell would be for those who needed needed to take the stairs and did not want to be on the elevator. And I know a lot of people exercise, so they want to take the staircase if they only going to one level below them. This particular morning, I am sound asleep. And the way I had my van, there was no cars around the van. No vehicles. It was near a post that had the level number and the row of the car. Now, this third floor level had like an aqua bluish green paint color on the posts, so those would distinguish it's on the third floor. Okay, so I was awakened, and I was told, "Do not be afraid," and to look. So all I could see was this staircase door that says stairs, and it was closed, semi-open, and I'm not trying to look at my notes because I remember this story just like it was yesterday. This event, not no story, this event like it was yesterday. So here I am, just preparing as to what God wants me to see. He said, "Have no fear." Now, I had always questioned as to, I just feel like I don't have a covering of protection since I'm away from my husband. I feel as though there's no strong man to protect me as I slumber and sleep. I always felt like my covering was gone when I walked out the house. So the Lord showed me, and He told me specifically that I questioned if I was being covered. And yes, He told me. So as I looked at this doorway, I'm just looking straight ahead, just about, and maybe I am maybe 50, I would say, yards from the stair door. And so all of a sudden, there appeared a black man. I'm going to say a black man because the only way I could say he was black was by what he wore. So he had on some black sweats, jogging pants or something. He had on his jacket was like a business jacket in black. And his other jacket he had on him looked like a sweat jacket. And because he had the sweat jacket, the sweaty hood on his head. Now, mind you, I'm saying black because he had no face. All it was just dark where his face would have been. Because you know the hoodie covers here. So it was just black. I couldn't see. Nothing, no face. And as I observed, I was looking at his hands to see his hands. And there were no hands. So I'm just looking. I'm not afraid because God told me don't fear. And He had positioned me so many times to not be afraid. So I'm watching this figure, I will say. And then God's voice was so gently saying, this is a demon. Don't be afraid. I want to show you something. And I'm thinking to myself, God's going to show me something. So I'm just sitting there in the van, waking out of my sleep, just looking. And as the demon started approaching, God's quiet voice was telling me, I just want you to observe. Do not be afraid. You are covered. And I was like, wow, I'm covered. And fear was gone. I didn't have fear. And I'm just observing. And as this demon started walking toward the van, the more and more I saw that he did not have a face and he did not have any hands. But he was very tall. I'm thinking maybe about 6'5" or more. And he pretended as though as he was walking, he was coming swiftly toward the van. And I'm thinking, I have angels protecting me. So I know that, well, I'm protected, I'm covered, because I heard God tell me that. And while I'm just looking at this man, demon. And so as God was telling me, it's a demon. I want you to see something. This is an actual demon. This man comes about, okay, he seemed like he was 50 yards away. So imagine a yardstick. It's 3 feet. Okay? But 50 yards away. 50 yardsticks is not much when somebody's walking real fast towards you swiftly. So here I am. I know that I have these sheets at the windows of the van on the sides. And the post I was talking about that had like the level that you're on and what row you're on, he stopped. And he acted like he was looking at this, at the sign, reading the sign. Now, I know it don't take that long as he was reading the sign. So, as he was decided to look toward the van, Something just told me, move the sheet. He could see me. I don't know if he realized I could see him, but because I didn't make any movement, all I did was just put my arm to the side and move the sheet. When he saw the sheet move, he stopped walking. And I said, okay. As the believer as I am, I'm thinking, as soon as I moved that sheet, hundreds of angels appeared. Woo! Glory be to God. That's what I'm believing. So he stopped. Okay. God said, watch this. This demon decided to go way around the van. He is walking toward the other end of the parking lot. So God's saying, watch this. So I'm looking in the passenger side mirror, and I don't see him walking anymore. So I'm gonna watch him, right? I decide, let me move my little curtain thing in the back, my sheet, and excuse me, a jacket I had up, and let me move that to see if he's around the back of the van. So as I looked, he was nowhere to be seen. So I said, okay, God told me in this voice, just observe. So I look on the driver's side window, mirror that reflects the whole side of the van on that side. So I look, nobody in sight. No, the demon was nowhere around. And in that quiet voice, I heard God again say, you wanted to know if you were covered. You felt as though your covering was gone. And all in my spirit, I could feel, wow, I am protected. I'm protected more than what man can do, how man could be. Yeah, I felt protected when I was married in the house with my husband, because I had a husband who stood 6'3", about 300 pounds, strong, coach, played professional, Canadian football, defensive linebacker for life. That's all he would tell me. So he had strength. He could bench press about 200 pounds plus with no problem. So I said, I thought I was being protected by man, living in a house with a strong man. And then when I chose to leave, then I felt, oh, my covering is gone, because wherever I am, I'm not going to have that strong man to defend me. But guess what? The defense and the protection that God can give is more than what a human man could provide for you, ladies. And you know what? After that demon was gone out of sight, he vanished. God did that on purpose for me to realize there's not a demon in hell or from hell that's gonna bother me, no matter where I am and who where I will find myself to be, at the Union Station or whatever, wherever. He was letting me know, I got you. You are covered. And let me tell you, that was the first time and the last time that I have ever seen a headless demon. That was. Maybe that was the first time I have ever seen a demon. Maybe, perhaps, I'm thinking. Well, when I was a kid, yeah, my grandmother described one. I thought I seen it. But in other words, do you know, I stayed up, and I can't remember if I had anywhere to go the next day. But when I fell asleep, I was sound asleep. I didn't worry about nothing. God put me to sleep. When I woke up, that's when I wrote everything in my journal. And let me tell you, the demon came so close, but he was so far from touching me. And you know, it's not funny, but it makes me think about how stupid the devil really is. Because he thinks he's going to win the war. He's not. It's already in the book of the Bible. They're saying that he's already defeated. But he wants to create fear. And he is not allowed to create fear in believers. So, ladies, that's it. That's what I wanted to tell you. And let me tell you, that time in my life, there was so much that God was showing me. And I know I had told some of you over the phone about the encounter, but it didn't stop me from being at the Union Station. It did not stop me from living. It was just one of those things that God wanted me to see. And you talking about when God tells you to wake up and observe, he's going to show you how he can show up and he can show out. So, ladies, have no fear, because if you are a believer, you are in God's hands. Now, if you're not a believer, I surely hope this channel will one day allow you to become one. We got some more ground to cover before the channel ends. But you know what? That's my goal. That's my purpose. I want to strengthen you. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to close out and I'm going to be praying for you. Take care. Bye-bye.